Do you ever get that sudden wave of panic when someone asks you, "So what do you actually do all day?" You live your life 24/7, you know exactly what your routine is, but suddenly your brain just flatlines and the right words completely disappear. Well, take a deep breath and relax. We have all been there. Today, we're going to fix that completely. Think of this episode as your ultimate Learn How to Talk About Yourself in English Easy Introductions for Beginners English podcast. By the end of our chat today, you're going to be able to describe your entire daily schedule without even breaking a sweat.
That is exactly right. Figuring out how to explain your day-to-day life is the ultimate cheat code for making new friends. Plus, just hanging out with us today is a super cozy way to get some excellent English listening practice while you're driving, sipping your iced coffee, or just rotting on the couch.
Hello, everyone. I am Jessica.
And I am David. It is always the highlight of my week to sit down and share these moments with you, Jessica. How are you holding up this week?
I'm actually doing great, David. Thank you. I'm fully caffeinated and so happy to be here recording with you. How are things on your end? Surviving the week?
Surviving and thriving. The weather outside is absolutely gorgeous today. The sun is finally out, and I am genuinely pumped to dive into today's topic. It's so universally relatable.
It really is. We really wanted to create a space to talk about daily life in English, real conversation practice for beginners, because connecting over our shared everyday struggles is what makes us human. When you meet someone new, the classic, "How's your day going?" or "What's your normal schedule like?" is always the ultimate icebreaker.
That is so true. It takes all the pressure off and makes it such a relaxed way to learn English. So, Jessica, let's just jump right into it. Walk me through it. How does your typical morning actually start?
I try to be a morning person, I really do. I usually drag myself out of bed at exactly 7 o'clock. As soon as my feet hit the floor, I head straight to the bathroom to wash my face, brush my teeth, and try to wake myself up. But honestly, my day doesn't officially begin until I migrate to the kitchen and brew a massive cup of coffee. What about you, David?
I definitely love hitting the snooze button, so I usually roll out of bed around 8 o'clock. The very first thing I do when I open my eyes is chug a huge glass of water just to hydrate. Then, exactly like you, I go straight for the coffee maker. It is non-negotiable.
Coffee is 100% a survival requirement. Do you usually eat a big breakfast or are you a grab-and-go kind of person?
Oh, I need a solid meal or I'll crash by 11 a.m. I almost always scramble a couple of eggs and throw a thick slice of sourdough toast in the toaster. It gives me that much-needed energy. While I'm eating, I usually sit down at my laptop and brace myself for the morning emails.
See, my breakfast is way smaller. I prefer something quick, so I usually just make some quick avocado toast or buttered bread. And instead of opening my laptop, I usually just scroll through my emails and text messages on my phone while I drink my coffee. It's this automatic daily habit I do before my brain is fully switched on. Once the coffee kicks in, it's time to clock in for work.
What time does your workday officially kick off, Jessica?
I am online and working at 9 o'clock sharp. I actually work from home right now, which is the absolute best. My daily commute is just me walking from my bedroom to my living room desk. Do you get to work from home too?
Just hybrid, but I happen to be working from home today, which is such a treat. My work schedule starts a little bit later than yours, usually around 9:30. But without fail, every single morning I have a team video call at 10.
I actually kind of love morning syncs. It gives everyone a chance to digitally hang out and connect before the day gets too chaotic.
I completely agree. I am super lucky because my coworkers are genuinely cool people. Before we dive into the stressful project updates, we usually spend a few minutes venting about our weekends or hyping up whatever Netflix show we are currently binge watching.
That sounds like such a great team vibe. My team usually dives headfirst into our projects. We always have a million different deadlines to hit, so my mornings go from 0 to 100 very quickly.
Oh man, I feel that in my soul. My days get incredibly overwhelmed too. I always have this massive, never-ending list of things I need to get done.
Same. I literally have to sit down and physically write out my to-do list on paper every single morning. If it's not written down, it simply does not exist in my brain.
That is honestly such a smart habit for avoiding burnout. I really need to start doing that. So after a crazy morning of emails and meetings, when do you finally get to step away?
I force myself to step away from the screen at noon for lunch. Because I'm usually rushing, I just throw together something super fast, like a turkey sandwich or a wrap.
Getting away from the screen is so vital. I try to keep my energy up, so I usually meal prep a massive fresh salad for lunch.
A salad is such a good, healthy move. Once my lunch hour is up, I'm back at my desk grinding away until 5 o'clock.
5 is a solid quitting time. My workday stretches just a tiny bit longer. I usually shut my laptop and officially log off around 5:30.
The best feeling in the world. So what happens after you log off? What is your evening routine?
I hold a lot of tension from sitting at a desk all day. So right after work, I head straight to the gym. I usually lift weights or run for about an hour. It's the perfect way to clear my head, and the endorphin rush afterward is amazing.
Good for you. The gym is a little too intense for me after a long workday, but I absolutely need to get out of the house. I usually go for a hot girl walk at this beautiful park near my apartment for about 30 minutes.
Walking is seriously underrated exercise. It's so grounding. Do you listen to anything or just enjoy the quiet?
Oh, I always have my AirPods in. I usually listen to a true crime podcast or just blast my favorite pop playlist. After I get my steps in, I head back to my apartment to figure out dinner. What is your go-to comfort meal to cook in the evening?
I am all about low-effort dinners. I'll usually boil some pasta and toss it in a simple tomato sauce, or maybe throw some chicken and veggies in the air fryer. Are you big into cooking?
I am obsessed with cooking. It is a huge creative outlet for me. I try to challenge myself by making a totally new recipe every single week. Just last night, I made this incredible garlic butter salmon with fresh herbs.
Okay, chef. That sounds like a $30 meal at a fancy restaurant. I am definitely not on that level, which is why I stick to the basics. But honestly, talking about our favorite foods is such an amazing topic for English for beginners, because food is a universal love language. Anyway, after I eat, my only goal is to aggressively relax. I usually melt into my couch and put on a TV show.
I do the exact same thing. I love to unplug and just escape into a good movie or a TV series. I'm a sucker for comedy shows. After dealing with adult responsibilities all day, laughing until my stomach hurts is the ultimate cure. Completely agreed. Comedy is the perfect way to decompress. Then, right before I go to sleep, I try to put my phone away and read a few chapters of a physical book. It gets my eyes off the blue light and helps me drift off so much faster.
That is such a healthy boundary to set with your phone. I'm usually so wiped out by the end of the day that my head hits the pillow and I am instantly gone. I am almost always fast asleep by 10.
10 o'clock is my exact cutoff time, too. Protecting my sleep schedule is the only way I survive the next day.
It really is everything. So there you have it, a pretty transparent look at a standard weekday in our lives.
Yep, it's a simple routine, but having that predictable rhythm really keeps the anxiety away from me.
You know, for anyone tuning in, utilizing an English-speaking practice format just like this is incredibly effective. Let's highlight some of the core phrases you can steal to talk about your own life.
I love that. When we break it down, it's really just a simple formula. It's the secret to successful English learning. To start, you just talk about your morning. You simply say, I wake up at, and add your time, like I wake up at 7 a.m.
Exactly. I wake up at 7 a.m. or 8 o'clock. It's punchy and crystal clear. Next, you move on to food. Just say, I eat breakfast at or I eat lunch at.
Yes, and to add a little flavor to your sentence, tell them what you eat. I eat toast for breakfast. It's such a fundamental structure, but it's exactly how native speakers talk.
What about talking about the 9 to 5 grind?
For work, the absolute best phrases are, I start work at and I finish work at. Drop those two lines and anyone listening knows exactly how your day flows.
And if you're a full-time student, it's an easy swap. You just say, I go to school at or I study at.
Once you've survived the workday, you shift to your evening wind down. I go to the gym, I go for a walk, or I cook dinner.
And for the purely lazy, relaxing time, you say, I watch TV, I read a book, or I listen to music.
Okay, David, let's do a rapid-fire role play to show everyone how effortless this is. I'm going to grill you on your schedule. Ready?
Born ready, hit me.
What time do you wake up?
I wake up at 8 o'clock.
What do you do right after you wake up?
I drink water and then I make coffee.
What do you eat for breakfast?
I eat eggs and toast for breakfast.
What time do you start work?
I start work at 9:30.
What do you do after work?
I go to the gym.
And what do you do in the evening?
I cook dinner and watch a television show.
Boom! That was flawless. You answered everything perfectly. When you confidently piece those phrases together, you really start to speak English fluently.
Thank you. When you rely on those natural sentence frames, you don't even have to worry about tripping over your English pronunciation. Okay, my turn to interrogate you, Jessica. Ready?
Bring it on.
What time do you wake up?
I wake up at 7 a.m.
What do you eat for breakfast?
I eat bread and butter for breakfast.
What time do you finish work?
I finish work at 5 o'clock.
What do you do after work?
I go for a walk in the park.
What do you do before bed?
I read a book.
Absolutely brilliant. You nailed it. Anyone listening right now can adopt this exact same blueprint. You just swap out our verbs for the ones that match your actual life.
Exactly. Make it your own. Now, we can't talk about daily routines without mentioning the less glamorous side of adulting, the chores.
Ugh, chores. The never-ending cycle. For me, the one chore I cannot escape is washing the dishes. I always force myself to do the dishes immediately after dinner, otherwise I will totally ignore them.
I am the exact same way. I wash my dishes every single evening. I also do a quick wipe down of the kitchen counters. It takes maybe 3 minutes, but walking into a beautifully clean kitchen the next morning is a top-tier feeling.
Waking up to a messy kitchen is the worst, so I respect that. I'm also the designated trash guy. I take the garbage bins out every Monday and Thursday.
Taking out the trash is crucial, but my absolute nemesis, the laundry. I absolutely refuse to do laundry during the week. I let it pile up and tackle it all on the weekend.
Oh, laundry is 100% a weekend project. So when you're venting about your chores, the magic phrases are, I do the dishes, I clean the kitchen, I take out the trash, and I do the laundry.
Highly practical, everyday vocabulary. But enough about chores. Let's talk about the fun stuff. Let's talk about our hobbies.
Hobbies are the best conversation starters. Personally, I'm a bit of a music nerd, so I love playing the guitar. I make it a point to practice for at least 20 minutes every day to clear my mind.
That is so cool. I have zero musical rhythm, but I find my zen through art. I love to draw. I'll usually crack open my sketchbook and doodle for a little bit every evening.
So the formula here is just I play the guitar or I draw. Or if you're into other things, I play video games or I listen to podcasts.
Yes, and to really paint a picture for whoever you're talking to, add your frequency, like I play video games every day or I listen to podcasts on the bus.
Adding those little relatable details makes you so much more engaging. And then you turn it around and ask, what about you? Do you have any hobbies?
Asking questions is the ultimate hack for keeping the vibe going. But hold on, we've only talked about the Monday through Friday corporate grind. What is the vibe when the weekend finally drops?
Oh, Weekend David is a completely different person. My weekend routine completely abandons the weekday schedule.
Hard same. The absolute peak of my week is Friday night when I turn off my Saturday morning alarm. I let myself sleep in, usually until 9 or 10 in the morning.
Waking up naturally without an aggressive alarm blaring is pure luxury. I'm usually up by 9 on Saturdays too, and I ditch the basic eggs and toast. I go all out. I'll make a massive stack of fluffy pancakes.
Pancakes are the ultimate weekend luxury. My Saturday mornings are a bit more of a hustle. I usually hit up the local farmer's market or the grocery store to restock the fridge for the week.
Very responsible of you. I procrastinate and save my grocery run for Sunday. Saturday is my dedicated social day. I'll meet up with my friends, we'll grab a table at a local indie coffee shop and just talk and laugh for hours.
That sounds like an immaculate Saturday. For me, Saturdays are reserved for family. I'll head over to my parents' house and we always sit down for a massive lunch together.
I love that. Family time really grounds you. But when Sunday hits, Sunday is for the weekly reset. I am in full-on goblin mode. I'll do a tiny bit of vacuuming, but mostly I'm just reading, watching movies, and refusing to do anything stressful.
Sunday is the designated day of rest. I do my little apartment reset, tidy up the living room, and then I lock myself in the kitchen for the afternoon to meal prep all my lunches and dinners for the upcoming week.
Meal prep Sunday is a lifesaver. It protects your peace when Monday morning hits you like a truck.
Exactly. It's all about surviving the week. So even though our weekend activities are totally different from our weekdays, notice how the sentence structure doesn't change.
Spot on. You still just say, I wake up late instead of I wake up early. Or I go to the market and I meet my friends. You're just swapping the action words to match your weekend vibe.
Let's do a super quick recap of the gold mine of vocabulary we used today. First up are time words: morning, afternoon, evening, and night.
And the core action verbs that power your sentences. Wake up, eat, work, walk, cook, watch, read, and sleep.
Combine a time word with an action word and boom, you have a flawless sentence. In the morning, I wake up. In the evening, I cook dinner.
If you want to lock this in, practice talking to yourself in the mirror. Or better yet, grab your journal. Start with, my day today is, and write down the chaotic, beautiful mess of your daily routine. By the way, if you found us today while looking for an English in daily life, talk about your day in English, A1 beginner speaking practice, we hope this was everything you needed and more.
Truly, consider this your official daily routine A1 English Talk About Your Day English podcast. We've covered everything from the pain of the morning alarm to the 9 to 5, doing the dreaded laundry, and the glory of the Sunday reset. You are officially ready to tell the world about your life.
I had the best time breaking this down with you today, Jessica. Talking through the shared chaos of our daily routines is honestly therapeutic.
I had so much fun too, David. Thanks for sharing your day with me. And a massive, heartfelt thank you to every single one of you hanging out and listening to us today.
We really hope this chat gives you that boost of confidence so the next time a new friend asks about your day, you know exactly what to say.
Before you go crush the rest of your day, we want to hear from you. Jump into the comments and tell us the one thing you absolutely must do every single day. Is it your sacred morning coffee? Your evening hot girl walk? Let us know.
We love reading your comments and seeing you guys connect and practice. If this video helped you out, or if you just enjoyed hanging out with us, please hit that like button, share it with a friend who's also learning, and make sure you subscribe to Clarity English Practice so we can keep hanging out.
You guys are the absolute best. Have a beautiful, productive, and amazing day, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.